Sergeant Red's Gaming and Vintage Toys.
Hey guys, John here, Sergeant Red. So come bearing some bad news about this building project. Unfortunately, we pulled up all the subfloor, we tore down all the walls and everything, and I knew I was going to find, or I assumed I was going to find some issues. Unanticipated expenses and unanticipated issues with building. I didn't expect this. So basically, what we found is after I pulled up the subfloor here, this is the support beam. Around this, once the subfloor is pulled up, I could see it. I don't know if you can really tell, but the ground is actually collapsing around that post there. So I did a little investigating. I went down and looked in the crawl space, and you can see that that's actually just sitting on a couple cinder blocks in the basement on the dirt floor, which is pushing into the dirt at this point. Above this is just a roof. So it had a flat roof initially, and then they put a sloped roof on it, or a peaked roof. I'm assuming there were some issues with the flat roof, so they put that on there. So you got two roofs on top of this. And I don't know if it's just the weight of two roofs, or if this just wasn't done properly to code whenever they did this. I'm assuming probably back in the late 80s. So that's collapsing, and I don't know. I don't trust it. I had an architect in here today, and I'm going to need to get a structural engineer, and we're going to look into it and try to figure this out. This wasn't something I anticipated. This wasn't something I budgeted for time-wise or monetarily. So we hit a snag. Hopefully it's not going to be super costly to get done, and it's not going to be a deal breaker. I don't think it is. So I had one architect in here today. I have another one that's going to come out next week, and I'm going to get some proposals and some plans and everything to get that done. I'm assuming I'm probably going to have to either put a footer down in the crawl space there to support that, or I was talking to one of my friends that does contracting, said they have engineered beams or joists, and then we could probably just eliminate that altogether, because then the load would be on those. So that's all stuff that I'm going to need to get the architect for and the structural engineer. So initially I anticipated just having to do the removal and renovation. So basically this place was covered in pegboard. I thought I was just going to pull that down. I figured it'd probably be some electrical work that would need to be done just because updating and things of that nature. But unfortunately, here we go. Here we have it. So this is a major issue. I'm not going to have employees here, customers here, my family in here, and me in here if this thing is, going to collapse. I don't think it's going to just like give out and collapse on me. But again, if I have this place gutted and this thing is not safe 100%, then I want to get it fixed. It's going to cost me some money. It's going to cost me some money. But on the bright side, having an engineer in here and an architect rather, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do some things that I wasn't going to do initially. Initially, like I said, it was going to be a remove and replace and just kind of real quick get this place open so it's open by Christmas. That's not going to happen. So I figured let's have an architect take a look at it, and came up with a couple ideas of different things we can do. And let me show you what we're thinking here. So having an architect, yeah, it's going to cost some money, but I get someone who's going to do an entire plan before we're just going to be reusing everything that was here. But yeah, so some of the ideas that we have, and let me see what you guys think. And I don't know if these are all going to come to fruition. A couple of the ideas that we have, I don't know if it's all going to come to fruition, but just talking with a couple different architects and some contractors and stuff. So some of the things we're thinking about doing, this wall here is not load bearing. Obviously, it's just, you got the glass above it. I don't know if you can see out there, there's the brick kind of like outskirts that go out from the edge of the actual cinder block building. So we're thinking about maybe pushing the building, this front wall, all the way out so that we can drop the window down so you have a display case. Right now the window's probably 12 feet above road level. So having a display, even with all the stuff we have right up here, you're not getting a lot of attention. So why not make it where people that are driving by see a display window and see what's there. It'll give us a little bit more square footage, just like 2.5 feet out there. So 2.5, it's probably about 60 more square feet of space, and it'll make the facade look nicer. Have the engineer or the architect kind of design it so it looks a little bit nicer, because right now the front of this building is kind of ugly in my opinion. But if we could do that, we'll find out. And obviously this is all going to be based on how much it's going to cost, if it's architecturally feasible. The architect I talked to on the phone and the architects that showed up, they said that's something that's relatively simple. So that might be something that we end up doing, and that pushes the door and everything forward. So you walk in, you have a little bit bigger of a foyer coming in, but then you have all that space along here where we can do like a display, like Christmas displays and toy displays and things of that nature, just to kind of catch some eyeballs on the street. As you can see, it's a busy street. It's rush hour right now, and there's thousands of cars going by. So Most of them aren't looking 12 feet up or 6 feet up, however high up it is. Why not catch those eyeballs? All right, I got this thing on a tripod, so I'm just turning it around. So let me show you what else we're looking at. Don't get car sick here, guys. So back here, what we're thinking, we had to, this little area here, so the original bathroom that was here was in this area here, and it started here and went to the wall. It wasn't ADA compliant, so that was something we're gonna have to build anyways to make it bigger. So what we're gonna do now, talking to my contractor and some architects, probably make the bathroom from here over that window, because there's a window there. It's kind of stealing some space from us, but that'll be ADA, so we'll have a compliant bathroom there. And then these steps actually to open up this back part, and again, this is all going to be depending on what the architects say, cost, all that stuff. But if I got an architect here, I'm gonna throw out my wish list and see what's feasible for us. So right now we have this post in the middle, and the steps are blocking this back entrance, so it kind of chops up the building. So what we're talking to the architects about is taking these steps and that post, and we have to replace the support beam that's there, to open up this entire back thing and move these stairs basically next to this bathroom wall. So you'd have a couple steps up to a landing, and then you'd go upstairs. So that would open up this entire building a lot more. Again, if I have an architect here and I'm paying them already, I'm going to ask them a couple other things and give them my wish list to see what's feasible. I know it's just the one support beam, but if I got them here and it costs me a couple extra $100 to figure out if that's stuff that we can do, and they're going to drop a plan anyways, what the heck, let's do it. Let's make this the space we want it to be. So, as you guys can probably see, we got our subfloor here, we got all our wood here and everything. We were getting ready to roll and start just putting up the 2x4s in the subfloor and getting this place rolling, to start getting all the mechanical guys in here to do the AC and the plumbing and the electrical and all that stuff. But now we're gonna have to slow down a little bit, get this architectural stuff taken care of. And again, you know what, it sucks. It's not something that we were anticipating, but again, if it's for the best for the building and for our, the safety of our customers and our employees and my family and everybody who's gonna be in this place, it's worth it. And it kind of sucks that it's gonna push our opening date back, and that it's gonna cost a little bit more money, or a lot more money, who knows. We'll find out, but it's gotta be done. So anyways, guys, I'm gonna get back to, I got a couple small things left I can do until I get this plan done, but I'm gonna try to get some of that stuff knocked out, and we'll go from there. I'll keep you guys updated. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. That'd be awesome. It's the best thing you can do to support us is to share our videos, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. It really does help us out as far as YouTube and all that stuff. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you following along, and we'll catch you next time. Sarge out.